Welcome into the Butcher versus the Spin Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. It's championship weekend. We'll have just two games to pick: the Buccaneers and the Packers, the Bills, the Chiefs. We'll get to those in a minute. First, I'm Neil McCready. Greg Jones of LB's Meat Market is with us as well. He's there, what appears to be at LB's, and Campbell McCready is at Zen Fayetteville. We're taping this on a Friday afternoon. Schedules got busy this week. That's all good. So here we are. So ladies, gentlemen, how are you all?
Good.
Good. Rich have been cutting a bunch of steaks and getting ready for the weekend.
What you got going on this weekend? Steak sounds really good.
I just got done cutting about, I'd say 45 center cut fillets. So those are always very popular. Richard's doing a bunch of lane train specials. So those are pretty popular also. Got all the fish ready to go. I got some mahi-mahi. I got some snapper. I got some scallops, and of course we got some fresh salmon. So that's always real popular. But yeah, just trying to get stocked up for the weekend. Zach made a bunch of boudin this weekend, so we've got some fresh pork boudin, and we also have the crawfish boudin. So those are always real popular. But you know, as we go, you know, steady as we go up here at LB's for sure.
You know, it's funny. I went in, I was there, you were there when I went in. I got some salmon and I got some redfish. I got it out of the frozen section because I just did. And because it's $2 cheaper in the frozen section and it's fresh frozen. It's not like they did the frozen 17 times in Vietnam on their way here. And full disclosure, and Campbell knows this, I'm not usually a big salmon guy. I like it. It's fine. I very rarely have it and like, wow, that's awesome. And we soaked a couple of the cedar planks, and I thawed it out. It took 30 minutes to thaw. I don't know. It might have taken less than that to thaw because I just left it in some cold water and went away. And when I came back, it was thawed. So I don't know precisely.
It was thawed whenever you were ready for it.
It was thawed when I was ready for it, it was less than an hour. It was probably less than half an hour. I don't know. Anyway, it was fantastic. I'm not normally a salmon guy. I didn't buy enough salmon because everybody else crushed it. But I got some of the redfish, and I just did the redfish with a little, I just brushed a little olive oil on it, actually vegetable oil on it, because, yeah, a little vegetable oil on it, not much at all. And then I just put some Cajun seasoning and some salt and pepper. And when I took it off the grill, I squeezed a lemon on it. Man, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
What I was doing, I was just kind of experimenting with it. It was really, really good. And if you were not trying to watch your schoolgirl figure the way I was, they recommended that you put a little butter on it, and I could see how that would be fantastic. But I was trying to eat super healthy, and so I didn't put any butter on it, and it was still outstanding.
Yeah, I've been told that you can put a little mayonnaise on it, just a light thing of mayonnaise, because it's got a lot of oil and fat in the mayonnaise, and it keeps the fish without drying out. So, but yes, it's hard not to put a big old blob of butter on a piece of fish for sure.
But it was great, and the salmon was just salt and pepper, and the plank gave it a flavor, and it was so buttery, and it was fantastic. It was that wild caught salmon that had been frozen. All that when you walk into LB's, if you remember the video from when Parker Sheeran paid up her bet, it's right there on the left. It's all frozen stuff. They've got fish and pork and chicken and beef, and I'm probably missing things. So a lot of times there's scallops down in there, and hopefully you all won't find them so that I can find them. They're in there. That's just fantastic.
I got some fresh Louisiana crawfish tails in 1 pound pack. So if somebody wants to do like a Alfredo or something like that, they can do that. But yeah, there's some swordfish. I think there's a couple swordfishes still in there. But you know, everybody's always like, you know, salmon's real smelly and fishy. You know, I don't like it. But when you handle it the properly way, and we trim it up, and then we soak it, dip it in ice water, and then vacuum seal it up, and it's comes out perfect every time. Yeah,
it's really, really good. All right, we'll talk about LB's again at the end. We'll preview our big Super Bowl cooking extravaganza. As we've said, the winner of this competition has been determined for a while. But Greg, your chance to get to 500 increased last week. You both went 3-1. You both got the first 3 games. You both missed the Saints Buccaneers game, so you both went 3-1. So Greg, for the season, you're 63-64. A winning season is right there at your it's right there at your fingertips. Campbell, you're now 75-52. You're 23 games over 500. You've clinched a winning season, but you have a chance to get to, I guess you could get 78. You could get more than 25 games over 500, which would be an incredible accomplishment. So there's a lot to play for this week. It's the championship week, both games on Sunday afternoon. Well, one's on Sunday afternoon, one's Sunday evening. So we'll start with the NFC Championship at Lambeau Field there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady and company versus the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers having an MVP season with the Packers. The Buccaneers, Greg, are a 4-point underdog at Lambeau Field.
I like Green Bay here. I think that, just Aaron Rodgers is just playing too good. I mean, he's playing out of his mind. And, whenever somebody gets in a zone like that, it's hard to bet against them. But with Tampa Bay, they had a big win in New Orleans last weekend. And, I hate it for Drew Brees and company. And terrible way to end your career, losing, to Tom Brady in the third game of the year when you beat him 2 out of 3. But it is what it is. But, to all the Saints fans out there, just be fortunate that, Drew Brees showed up in New Orleans. He could have easily taken that Miami gig, and we're very fortunate he didn't. And, there are a lot of good memories with Drew Brees in New Orleans. It just, hate to come to an end like that. But I just think Aaron Rodgers is just playing too good right now, and it's just hard not to bet against him right now.
That scene on the Superdome floor after the game, Tom Brady's on his way out, and Drew Brees is out there with his kids and his wife, and Tom Brady comes over. They're both dressed in normal clothes at this point. Not wearing, two legends of the game.
And one of them threw the football to the other one's son.
Yeah, Tom Brady he just beaten Drew Brees, basically ended his career, and he's throwing the ball with his kids. And I thought it was so cool that the kids were like, "Hey, that's Tom Brady." They live in a house with the legend, and yet they're kids, and so they look at Tom Brady and they're like, "Whoa, Tom Brady!" And I just thought
it's just a good genuine moment. These guys are fathers and and dads, so it's cool that you get to see that side of them. But it was tough, but it is what it is. But just thankful that Drew did come to New Orleans when he had the opportunity, and really turned the city around. It was that franchise was almost on the verge of moving, and had some options on the table, but he came in and basically turned around. I know Tyrann Mathieu tweeted about him. Everybody in general kind of owes a little bit to Drew Brees, and just thankful that he did come to New Orleans and have a wonderful career with us.
No doubt. All right, Campbell, Greg is taking the Packers at home to get to the Super Bowl. What about you?
I'm going to agree. My Bachelor picks worked for me last week.
I did.
I talked to my friends about it because we all sat down and watched The Bachelor on Monday night, and I was talking about how I picked the Packers because of Aaron Rodgers. Is that his name?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers' brother.
Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. His brother, Jordan.
Yeah, okay. Well, I picked – that's why I picked Aaron Rodgers, because of Jordan, and all my friends thought that was funny. So, we're going to go with it again. It worked once. It usually works for me again. So that's the strategy here.
I picked Green Bay as well. I thought about Tampa. I tell you what, you give me Tom Brady in a big playoff game and you give me points, and I'm tempted, but I do think Green Bay's the better team. And I think Green Bay will win. I think this will be an entertaining game. Again, it's two legends. We get Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady on the same field on a Sunday for a right to go to a Super Bowl on a year where we didn't know we'd have football. I will take it. Be thankful. God bless America. All right, the evening game, the Buffalo Bills. Everyone keeps calling them Cinderella, but the Bills are not Cinderella. They're 15-3. Cinderella doesn't go 15. What does that even mean? Cinderella? Well, you call a team a Cinderella team if they're like this massive underdog. Nobody thought they could do it, and suddenly they show up at the ball, and they're the star attraction. But when you'll use the parable with Cinderella, and you'll talk about how Cinderella often the clock strikes 12, and she turns back into a pumpkin or whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Bills are not a Cinderella. The Bills are a legitimate contender. They go to Kansas City to play the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. This is the AFC Championship game, the late game on Sunday. Buffalo is a 3-point underdog at Arrowhead Stadium, Campbell. What do you think?
Again, my bachelor picks worked last time. I'm going to go with Buffalo again for that reason because of my favorite bachelor contestant. Jason is from Buffalo. So keep my response short and sweet with that.
Yeah, you went 2-0 on bachelor picks last week. So Greg, she's got the Bills pulling off what would be a mild upset at Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes got banged up last week. The Chiefs I thought showed the mettle of a champion, but now they'll have their hands full with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a really good game. It's hard to bet against Mahomes and Andy Reid. That offense. Regardless of the situation, they get it done. I thought that Cleveland had a really good chance last week, and just kind of, I don't know, not say blow it, but they just, they had the ball down 5, and that the Chiefs defense, stop them right there, and they never got the ball back. So I mean, that's how they won.
You got to go for it on 4th down right there. It's the only thing. You're not 4 minutes to go. It's like, I get it. The field position's not where you want it to be, but
yeah, you can't give the ball back to that KC offense. They can score at any time, and it's just tough situation to put your defense in. So regardless if they didn't have Mahomes or not, that's still offense is, still with all the motion and everything that goes on. It's a pretty decent offense that they run. So yeah, I agree with you. You got to go for it on there, and you play to win the game. You don't, it would be different if it was a 10-point game or a 9-point game. They even kicked the field goal to go down by 9, and you're just like, what is going on here? So it was a good game. I like Buffalo. I just think that with it's they're not Cinderella. They're a good football team, and they didn't run the ball that much last week, and I think they only ran it one time. So I think that the times that KC has been beaten, it's been a shootout, and just got to make sure you have the ball at the last minute of the game, and don't give Patrick Mahomes the time to come down to either kick a field goal to win or tie it up. So I'm going to go with Buffalo. I think it's going to be a really good game, and I just think it's you got to give some credit to Buffalo. They've done really good this year, and I think they can go into Arrowhead, and minus the max capacity, I think they can pull off the win.
Should be a really fun weekend. So we'll take Campbell and Greg both taking Green Bay and Buffalo on the AFC and NFC championship games. So we'll take next week off because there won't be a football. Then we'll come back in 2 weeks, and we'll get together for a Super Bowl preview. We'll, of course, pick the game and celebrate getting to the end of the football season. But to me, the Super Bowl is about food. It's a party. The way a lot of people get excited about Thanksgiving dinner is the way I get excited about Super Bowl dinner. So we'll bring a collection of people together on that show. Still working on some things, get some people together, and we'll talk about Super Bowl ideas, recipes, your favorite Super Bowl foods. Campbell knows this. I can get a little weird about calories and all that stuff. I throw it out on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't count them on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't think that they even count on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't think your body registers that today is Super Bowl Sunday. These calories do not count against you.
Yeah, what are calories? That's probably the body mindset during Super Bowl. Like, what are calories? We need to be into this Rotel dip a little bit more, and we need to get into this Mississippi Sin. That's another good dip. That's always good to have on Super Bowl, and then the sausage and cheese tray. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard to think about calories whenever the last game of the football season's on TV, and there's some good commercials, and usually you're hanging out with people you like to be around. So it's usually a good time as always during Super Bowl.
You'll probably study during Super Bowl Sunday, right, Campbell? You probably no parties or anything like that, right? Because being careful with gatherings and such.
Yeah, we're extra careful nowadays. You never know.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So
If
we'll.
I go anywhere, I wear a mask. Of
What's
course.
that?
I said if I go anywhere, I'm wearing a mask.
Of course, of course. So we'll get together in a couple of weeks, and we'll come up with a good time. Maybe we'll try to do that on that. I don't know whether we'll figure it out that week. Maybe it's Wednesday, maybe it's Thursday. We'll get it together. We'll talk about some recipes. I know I will be going to LB's that week and grabbing my share of sausages to put on the grill for a sausage and cheese tray, and sausages that go with beer, because there will be beer consumed before and during said Super Bowl, no matter who's in it. So Greg, I know it's still a couple of weeks before that. So people that are this weekend hanging out in Oxford, getting ready to watch the games, watching Ole Miss and Texas A&M Saturday afternoon at 2:30, how do they get in touch with you?
No, always call the store, 662-259-2999. The phone's always working. At least we hope the phone's always working. The Rebels bringing back those throwback jerseys, the 2001. Those look really nice with a little upgrade, from the Nike. So just going to be a basic weekend. We'll have plenty of sausages, plenty of lane trains. On Sunday, we've got the clipboard special, which is an $8 lane train. So always come in on Sundays and get your $8 lane train. And, we'll have plenty of fish, and everything's going to be stocked up ready for this weekend. Always call the store, or either, text us on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll try to get back to you as quick as possible. But if you have a big order for, Super Bowl, say, you want, particular amount of sausages and, hamburgers, just always call the store and we'll set it over to the side for you.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will look forward to getting back together in a couple of weeks and previewing the big game. So until then, hope both of you have a great weekend. I hope everybody out there has a great weekend. Thanks for watching and listening to the Butcher versus the Spin Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. For Campbell, for Greg, I'm Neil. Have a great weekend. Take care.